Welcome to my channel. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. My name is John, and today I'm reviewing a band that is new to me. The name is The Pretty Reckless, and the new album is Death by Rock and Roll. So before I start, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I do new album reviews every week. I do rankings and other types of videos. I upload every day, so please subscribe to keep up to date with my content. So The Pretty Reckless have been around since 2010. The band consists of Taylor Momsen, who is lead vocals and rhythm guitar, Ben Phillips, lead guitar and backing vocals, Mark Damon on bass, and Jamie Perkins on drums. So Taylor Momsen is a former actress. You may remember her from the TV show Gossip Girl, but she retired from acting and she became the lead singer of this band. So this band has been around since 2010, and like I said, I am new to the band. They're basically a straightforward rock and roll band with a 90s alternative and grunge influence. Death by Rock and Roll is their fourth album. So I've not heard the other albums, so if you like, let me know in the comment section, what do you think of their other albums? This is my first impression of the band, and I really enjoyed the album, and I really like this band. So my first impression of Taylor was that she reminded me of like Courtney Love, like specifically from Hole's Live Through This album. But while there is a lot of like grunge influence on the first half of the album, like this album's second half really shows the band playing just like straightforward rock and roll music. And with that being said, just let me go through the tracks now. So this album kicks off with a title track. It's called Death by Rock and Roll. And you hear these loud guitars, and Taylor sings the verse section kind of like a cappella style. It has a really cool like 90s alternative sound. The song is talking about like the rock and roll lifestyle. And this was also the lead single. This was released way back in May 2020. Next is Only Love Can Save Me Now. This one has Matt Cameron and Kim Thayil from Soundgarden. And the opening riff definitely sounds a lot like Soundgarden, specifically from like the Bad Motorfinger period. Now this is the type of song that almost sounds like Courtney Love singing for Soundgarden. That has that type of like grunge feel. I think it's like an awesome track. This band does have the connection with Soundgarden. They opened for the final performance with Chris Cornell, so they do have that connection with him. But this is, a straightforward, throwback 90s grunge song. Really awesome. And next is And So It Went. This one has Tom Morello from Audioslave or Rage Against the Machine, and this is also Chris Cornell's other band, Audioslave, and it does have that sound, that Audioslave sound. It's really awesome. The song showcases the band's ability to go from like heavy to light. Tom Morello provides a guitar solo that sounds something like from a Rage album. It's really awesome, and I really like this one a lot. So the next song is 25. So this is an awesome song. It's a very like a dark and haunting track, and I think this one would really like please fans. It's really a great song. Next is My Bones. So this song starts off with like this tribal percussion and a heavy riff. The guitars are very heavy and grungy. Taylor gives a really awesome vocal performance here, and I really like the vocal harmonies and the breakdown. Next is Got So High. So at this point of the album starts to kind of like go towards more of like a rock and roll, like a country feel. So Got So High is an acoustic ballad. It reminds me a little bit of like Doll Parts from the band Hole. It's showing off the band's lighter side, and like I said, it does have that like country feel to it. Next is Broomsticks. So this is a short 39-second track. This was released back in Halloween, and that's pretty much what it is. It's a cool, spooky Halloween themed song, but also serves as the intro to the next song, which is Witches Burn. This is a cool mid-tempo rocker, straightforward rock and roll, and really amazing performance by Taylor. Next is Standing at the Wall. This is another acoustic ballad, has some stringed instruments, really creates a really nice atmosphere. I really like this one a lot. Next is Turning Gold. So this is a cool like power ballad, but it has this like 90s alternative rock feel. Reminded me a lot of like Alanis Morissette at times. And this is definitely a cool track. Next is Rock and Roll Heaven. So this song has like a country feel almost, but it's again straightforward rock and roll. She's talking about her rock and roll heroes like Jimmy, Janis, and Morrison. You know, she sings the lyric, you know, gotta make it to 27 before I die. You know, this is awesome, straightforward rock and roll and really great track. And the final one is Harley Darling. This final track begins with like this bluesy harmonica, straightforward mid-tempo rock and roll song. You know, it's really fitting close to the album. You know, you hear it's like some motorcycles driving away in the end of the song. I think this song would be a good song if Sons of Anarchy was still on the air. Probably this song would like fit perfectly in that series. That's it. In conclusion, you know, I started this channel back in October of 2020, and the best thing I got out of it was that I'm always discovering bands that I've never listened to before. And you know, I really hope that my content really does the same for you, because I'm always discovering new bands. Now, I know this band, The Pretty Reckless, they've been around a while and they're very well known, but you know, for me personally, I've never really taken the time to listen to them. And I really found another band that I like. I enjoyed it a lot. I think if you're a fan of 90s alternative and you like rock and roll, definitely like this album. Has a lot to offer. You know, there's some like grunge on it, some like laid back like country on it. It's a great album. I'm going to give it a score of a 9 out of 10. I really liked Taylor's vocals. I really think you would too. And the songwriting was excellent. So that's it. Let me know what you think of the album in the comments section. I'm going to have a couple more new releases. Actually, this weekend there were like a lot of new releases, so I'm still deciding on what to do next. But I might actually do a video where I combine a couple albums into one video, because there's just like so many, because I have some other things I want to do, like a Def Leppard ranking, and I'll get that out like towards the middle of the week next week. But with that being said, thanks for watching, and take a look. I have some other videos here for you to check out. I always link other videos to my end of my videos, and you know, that's all. I will see you in the next one.